Everyone, welcome to this monumental, historic, beautiful, global healing miracle call, in which we're honoring the divine feminine, the Shakti power on this planet, and honoring you and all the healing that can happen when we merge, when we meld in to this divine space of unconditional love. We have such powerful guests that are joining today's call, and I personally am joining you from Mumbai, India. I'm in the cabin where literally at the desk where Dr. Naram would take the pulse of people from all over the world. And we actually, you can see the pictures of him with the Dalai Lama, with Sri Ravi Shankar, with so many people in the room with me. Actually, on this tour, there's 40 people from 19 countries, part of the 108 that are joining the 3-year practitioner training. And I've met some of them for the first time, some I knew before, but you can see Rochelle is here, and Narshia, and Sissy, Andrea for Humanity, Linara. Now I have to pull them away because everyone else is doing a special activity downstairs that we'll tell you a little bit more about. But in starting off this call, we want to start it right. And so one of our very powerful guests, Romio, is on the call right now and has a mantra to help clear the energy so that way we can start in the right space. So Romio, handing it off to you.
Thank you, Clint. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. So to start off this meeting, I would like to ask Saraswati, the goddess of wisdom herself, to start off with a mantra, the Mul mantra, to clear the mind. Saraswati, the mic's yours.
Thank you, Romio Dai. And thank you so much, Dr. Clint, for having me here and giving me this opportunity to be here tonight. I'm very loved and thankful towards you all. Thank you so much, everyone. So I'm singing this Mul mantra. So this is the mantra of mantra for everyone. Okay, let's take 2 minutes to tune it. Om Satchidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Bhagavate Sametha Shri Bhagavate Namaha. Om Satchidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Bhagavate Sametha Shri Bhagavate Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Satchidananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Bhagavate Sametha Shri Bhagavate Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om. Hari Om. Hari Om.
That was absolutely beautiful. Beautiful.
you.
Thank you so
I would
much.
love to sing for you all one day with my team members, with Romeo, and with all my musicians in regarding mantra and music someday. I hope to see you all with Dr. Clint, your amazing healing, ancient healing session. It would be great. Thank you so much.
We look forward to that day. Oh, you have a beautiful voice, a beautiful energy. Thank
Thank you so
you.
much.
Thank you, Saraswati. That was absolutely gorgeous.
Romeo, do you want to go ahead and share with us?
Yes. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, I would like. Can you?
And Dr. Clint, you are a superman.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do it, but it's magic. Here I am on Zoom talking about the divine feminine. I think with what's happening as a human race, it's time to raise our consciousness, to realize that every single human being walking on this planet was born from the Divine Mother. There is no you without her. But unfortunately, in this modern day world, we have looked upon our Divine Mother as object of lust or a prop-up doll to sell product. I think it is time as a human race to realize that every single woman walking on this planet is an embodiment of the Divine Mother. We have to learn to respect where we came from. Unless we know how to respect the Divine Feminine, we will never know inner peace. The mother's womb is the doorway to this world of Maya for every human being walking on this planet. It's consciousness. In my court, I have no rules, just consciousness. My first book on the art was called Celestial Gallery, illustrating that enlightenment is possible in one lifetime. The second book was titled Goddesses of the Celestial Gallery, evoking the concept to respect the Divine Feminine. We are from the animal kingdom. So it does not surprise me that we human beings have animal qualities too. Like lust. Men and women are lost in the illusion of lust. It was put in there in the first place, so we reproduce ourselves again. But if it is unconsciously, which the human race has been, this is why Me Too movement came. It's not only in the normal humans, but from the episode, we also found out that powerful and which also are lost in the illusion of lust. I think it is time to realize consciously the difference between our karmic body and our true self. Clint, actually you could play that piece if you want on Who Are You?
Beautiful. Cornelia, do you have that audio set up? Where you can share the audio on your screen? Oh, Muni, so good to see you. Yeah. Let's see here. Cornelia?
Is it set up?
Yes, Cornelia, can you hear me right now? Can you hear me? Romeo, can you hear me?
I can hear you, yes. I can hear you loud
Yes,
and
I
clear.
can hear you, Clint. I just, computer didn't start the playing of the audio, so I have to restart that. Give me 1 second.
Okay,
Beautiful.
beautiful.
And I just put in the chat how you can contact Romeo. Very interested in your beautiful books.
Just look into your heart, you'll find me there.
Believe that. What you were saying about
Google. If God knows everything, you must be Google.
I love what you're saying about respecting the divine feminine and how we need to become conscious to that. It's just absolutely beautiful. I really think that it is a big key to expanding our consciousness and our awareness. It's just absolutely gorgeous what you were just saying.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. I met Romeo through Gary Malkin, but then also I found out that him and Roma Rishi are such good friends and communicate very regularly. And for everyone who knows, the first quote in the book is, "I didn't come to teach you, I came to love you, and love will teach you." And Romeo, his main message, his main presence is how to bring people into a state of unconditional love. And particularly, I also was with Jasmine, I hope she's on this call if possible, through recognizing our connection with the Divine Mother and with our own mothers. And today is Mothering Sunday in England. It's Mother's Day in England. And so what better day for us to have this conversation and to understand its big significance and impact in terms of the ancient secrets. Cornelia, are you able to share it now and we see if we can hear this beautiful track?
Yes, I can share it now. I'm ready. I just need to go into.
So as you listen to this, I invite everyone to close your eyes, drop into your heart and remember the love you feel from your mother.
You are who you think you are. You are not who you think others think you are. Deep inside you, there is a pure being.
Cornelia, can you hear me?
I lost
Cornelia, we
audio.
can't hear the audio right now. We seem to be having some technical. Okay, there we go. Let's see, Cornelia, I don't know why, but we can't hear the audio still. Let's see here. Yeah. Cornelia, we still can't hear the audio.
It's weird because my it's playing on my computer, but it's obviously not transmitting.
Maybe just don't mute yourself, and then we
Okay.
see if we can hear the computer audio. Let's try this way.
Yeah. It's not playing. Can you hear it now?
No, still can't hear it this way either.
Okay.
Okay.
Stop
Okay.
share.
When you have the horse himself, why don't I actually explain a little bit?
Yeah, very good idea. I like this. Very good.
Om Hum. Om Hum. Close your eyes and forget where you are, who you are, what you have to do. The most important question we can ever ask as a conscious being is, who are you? You are not who you think you are. You are not who you think others think you are. Deep inside you, there's a pure being, pure light, pure energy, existing in total potentiality. Depending on the family you're born into, the religion you follow, the culture you come from, you have a certain concept of the world. When you quieten your individual intellectual mind, when you quieten your individual conceptual mind, when you quieten your ever-conversing mind, you arrive at a point of silence, which Buddha described as sunyata. No more thoughts. There, you will realize you have an ocean of love. The question arises, how do you override your conditioning mind? How do you override your individual mind and share that love with every single person you meet in your life, like the sun does, how the sun shares his light with every plant? Because in my spiritual journey, I realized beyond your physical, emotional, material body, you also have a body of light. Can you share that light that love you have within every single one of you unconditionally. When you share that love unconditionally with every single human being, your world will transform to love for you. Find your true self. Every single one of us have a karmic self and a divine purpose of being born as a human. According to the Vedic tradition, to achieve a human body, one must be conscious. That is the journey in life. Now, I'm a born Hindu, brought up Catholic, ordained as a 17th reincarnated Buddhist monk, married to Irish Protestant. Most of my friends are Jewish, and I love Rumi and Sufi. And I studied many religions, but no religion, no scriptures taught me unconditional love, except my mother. Only in the presence of my mother did I have the freedom to make mistakes. I was not scared to make mistake in the presence of my mother. But all other religions, there was no place. Too many rules. Now, how will we ever learn if we are scared to make mistakes? That is why organized religion hasn't really worked. In my last show, my message was that it's time to create a religion that is inclusive of all religion. It's time to create a Sangha that is inclusive of all Sanghas. In the 60s, there was a revolution of love. Now, I believe we human beings have evolved further. And now it is time of unconditional love. We are very interconnected. Imagine the human race as a jigsaw puzzle. Every single one of you is a piece in that jigsaw. This is why everybody is important. But every piece has a certain place it fits. You cannot force any piece, any place. It's about finding every single human being has a unique quality. We human beings are programmed to be a community. However, we've been educated and trained to be individuals, almost narcissists. So we have to consciously unlearn that. And thanks to Dr. Clint and bodhisattvas like himself, who brings consciousness and awareness of unconditional love. Unconditional love is the essence of love. Love is a divine energy. It comes from stars and beyond. Love has the power to heal any situation. Love has the power to dissolve all mundane troubles and problems. In the presence of love, all opposite meet. There is no concept of you and I, just but one. But When a human mind brings love into a material world, into this world of illusion, when you try to own love, possess love, that is when love turns to suffering. Nor the essence of love is about healing and bliss. And every single human being has an ocean of love within themselves. How can you override your individual mind and share? After many years of traveling, 30 years of traveling around the world, I'm back in my motherland. I've been here 5 months, wondering and thinking, what can I give back? Or what does Nepal has to give to the world? So one of the things I have noticed here is because of the poverty, young girls have had to sell themselves for survival. And the pain they go through, it is undescribable with words. Human race as a race has put a blind eye. Nobody wants to know about prostitutes or drug addicts. They are castaway humans. Not for me. I have understood in a spiritual journey that every single human being actually is a mirror image of yourself. So I came across Jasmine. Who I could feel. Nobody lies to me. That's one thing. Being a 17th reincarnation, I can feel people. I can feel the vibration. So I was very fascinated. She wanted to change. I could see pain. And it was as simple as that. I just brought into her consciousness that our body is a sacred temple where the soul lives. When you start abusing your body, the sacred temple where our soul lives, then there is pain, undescribable pain. I spoke to her. She told me she came from a underprivileged family. As she grew older, as she became 14, she found sex, the lust side of sex. Then she found out it can be cast in. There she started losing herself, she said. I was so ashamed. I started creating an ice castle where I could share my feeling with no one. Not my family, not my friends. It was a world of pain. She thought it was her karma. She was born with that karma. Then she came and made unconditional love. says, beyond your karmic body, you have a divine self. You're actually a goddess going through this karmic experience. Suddenly, she woke up. She had a voice. But today is Mother's Day, and I'm very fortunate to have the mother of my children here, Sophia. She's the goddess of wisdom herself. I would actually love her to share what she had to say about the divine feminine.
Yes, please. Sophia, you're here on the call today?
Yes.
Oh, so wonderful.
So lovely to meet you all. I've heard
So
so
lovely.
much about you from Romeo, and I was so sorry to miss you
And
all
your
the other
book.
day. And I just arrived here from Ireland, and it being Mother's Day, and then speaking to Romeo, and over the last few months we've been discussing this concept and what he was talking about. And I wrote a little piece today for you that I would love to read out to you, if that's possible.
Oh, that was so lovely,
Oh,
Sophia.
thank you so much. Thank you. I'll read it out to you. I feel that the era of the divine feminine has returned. The emergence of the feminine tells us that an ascension in consciousness is in progress within the collective soul of humanity. We can feel the presence of the female awakening in every facet of life. The divine feminine has always been a presence in the human experience, but she has been kept to the background. Now is the time of her evolutionary return. We will understand the creative and vast powers that the divine feminine embodies. If women realize that they embody cosmic power and authority within, in order to thrive, women must recognize the current of life we have. I feel women are awakening to the goddess power within. As a wife to Romeo and mother to 4 beautiful daughters, Amber, Topaz, Meta, and Jaya, I strive to awaken them to each to their unique goddess potentials. To celebrate the principle of the divine feminine is very important. I had 4 daughters. When I had my 4 daughters, I realized the seed of prejudice towards women that existed in the West and the East. But through my journey with Romeo the last 30 years, we have strove to, where have I put it here? Just 1 second, bear with me.
So beautiful, what you're so
Yes.
beautiful.
2 years. We have strove to awaken the divine goddess within. Here in Nepal, too many young women are being used as objects of lust. It is time to change the consciousness around the feminine. Time to encourage her to stand up for her divine essence, to empower and facilitate this awakening and give her a voice to express herself. Through this project, we hope to do this, giving these women an alternative way of making a living, of building skills, confidence, and hope about their futures. When you realize your divine feminine, you will no longer allow yourself to be degraded anymore, but celebrate your exquisite, powerful potential. And that was from me to you today, and hoping to really celebrate through this project that Romeo and you discussed, the essence of what really the feminine, divine feminine is.
Sophia, so powerful and so beautiful what you wrote and what you spoke. And
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I just felt today when I thought about my daughters and what my dreams and hopes for them are, and how, you know, my eldest daughter is 27, Topaz is 24, and my twins are 18, just left school. And the last 20 years, I've been in Ireland bringing them up. And it's so important just to nurture their souls and bring them on the journey of life. And it's so kind to let me speak today, and I'm going to hand you over to Romeo. But thank you so much.
Well, what perfect timing that you arrived today to share those powerful
I know,
words.
Mother's Day. I'm delighted. I just realized it. My daughters all texted me saying Happy Mother's Day, and I was like, wow. And I hadn't put the two together, so that's wonderful.
Yeah. Well, in honor of Mothering Sunday, what if together we can do something to help these women, these girls who are so vulnerable in Nepal, that based because of poverty, they're using their body things that are against their soul, you know.
Totally.
And when I was with Romeo, a big part of the ancient secrets is asking, what do you want? And when I asked Romeo, what do you want? He's definitely an ambassador, an emissary of unconditional love. And then when I was with Jasmine, I said, what do you want? And she shared her story about being in this situation, and how what she wants now is to help these other girls that sometimes don't have a choice. And Romeo, can you talk about the beats and the malas and share this concept? Because I want everyone on this call to hear about this and understand what's possible through that. And then right after, I have some powerful speaking about Shakti women who are learning how to heal this planet. I have with me some here that I want to share about what's happening here in India. But Romeo, please share about these beads and about this alternative concept for creating income and providing a livelihood for these women and girls who so desperately need it right now.
Jasmine. Well, I would love to introduce Jasmine first.
Very good, Jasmine there. Oh, fantastic.
Hello, hi.
Namaste.
Hi.
Hello,
Namaste, everyone.
Jasmine. Namaste.
Yeah, nice
Thank
to see you.
Good to see you.
And thank
Can
you.
you share some of your story, or some of, when I ask you, what do you want? Can you share some of your story or what brought you to this point?
Yeah.
Eating wrong.
What?
मैं
जानती हूँ.
तिम्रो लाइफको बारे अलिकति भन.
Yeah.
Well, she's got a little bit of stage fright. But when I met Jasmine and I saw the energy, being a father of 4 girls, it suddenly dawned into me. What if my daughter was in her shoes? It's all about birth, where you are born. If you are born in a Hindu family, you become a Hindu. If you are born in a Christian family, you become a Christian. Just because you're born in the underprivileged family doesn't mean that you should be forced and lured into selling yourself. She totally was deluded. She thought she was making everybody happy, but she did not realize she was robbing her soul. Now, how can you bring happiness by being sad yourself? So when I met Jasmine, I took her under my wing and asked her, what is it? And she had gone through a lot of pain and was in the crossroad. How to jump off this dark dark space. Then she told me about this bodhicitta bead. Bodhicitta means consciousness of Buddha. Now these beads, each of them have a third eye. Naturally, each single one has a third eye. So it occurred to me that maybe these seeds can go, which grows in Jasmine's village, and go out there to spread consciousness about how important and essential it is to respect our divine feminine. Every woman, every single woman walking on this planet Earth is an embodiment of the Divine Mother. We as a human race have to rise our consciousness from animal qualities, animal consciousness of lust, to human consciousness of love. In the Hindu philosophy, there's a whole scriptures called Tantra, where sex is described as a sacred act. I remember meeting Evelyn, who wrote Vagina Monologue. She was all about finding the female voice. Many followers. I think it was Deepak, one of my friends in a dinner table, asked me, "So Romeo, what do you think of Vagina Monologue?"
We were talking about all this high-minded stuff.
Hey, Gary! And my answer, witty answer was, if a vagina has a monologue, it's going to be a very lonely vagina. I come from a background of vagina dialogue, the sacred union of the father and mother. I understand that in this modern day world, there is an imbalance of a male and female. Even in some religion, there is no place for feminine energy at all. Why is there not a female enlightened being? But in the Hindu philosophy, we have Shakti, we have the goddess. And even in the West too, there is a saying, behind every successful man is a powerful woman. And my last exhibition in New York was also the Dzogchen tradition, where His Holiness, though is known to be a celibate monk, does go through the tantric practice. Because without mastering lust, you can never reach enlightenment. But if you can transform lust to love and learn to uphold the energy, in Tibetan tradition, the upper three chakras, the crown chakra, how you think, the heart chakra, and the throat chakra. These upper three chakras are spiritual. The other chakras, the lower root chakras, they are about the illusory, about this world. So in the spiritual practice, the root chakra energy is pulled up into the higher chakras. So how you think, what you speak, and how you feel creates your world. So if you are not happy with the world you live in, transform your thought pattern. think well-being of not only your individual self, but the whole world.
Yeah, so beautiful, Romeo. So beautiful. The way Dr. Naram would say it as well, he said that 80% of our even physical ailments come from trauma when we were kids. And he says the power of your life depends on the power of your questions. Now, I know this is a sensitive topic for a lot of us, but I think we can all agree that if we can do something to help any girl, any woman, to not have to be forced to live this way just for food, you know, and then I think we would want to do it. And I remember Romeo, when he showed me these beads, I said, is it okay? Can I just get one for my mother? I just asked him from my heart. I wanted one as a gift to give to my mom, who I see is on this call. Hi, Mom, I love you. And instantly, he took his entire mala off of his head. He says, this is for your mother. He took the one off of his neck and gave it to me. And it's full of 108 of these beads. That touched my heart so much. And I says, what else can we do? And so then I had Romeo on the tour. We had 24 people joining us in Nepal. And it was literally in the king's chamber of one of the most ancient temples that we inaugurated this project of helping these girls. Not even, the word's not helping, but it's helping us, helping humanity through supporting in this way. So actually there is these beads that come from Jasmine's town. Each of them has a third eye. And I haven't told, and this is a secret, I haven't told the people here in India with us yet, but I have a gift of one of these beads for everyone who's here. And beyond that, what if we help one? What if we help one girl to live according to her passion instead of her desperation? How does that benefit all of us, all of humanity? And then what a way to give back to Nepal, this land in which Dr. Ram would go and serve Shakti, serve the divine feminine. What a beautiful way that in our abundance, we can lift everyone at the same time. And what if we can help 10 girls? What if we can help 100 girls? What if we can, and again, the word's not help. I need to keep recorrecting. But how can we help humanity, or how can we support humanity in becoming more conscious? And what a beautiful project that Jasmine just happens to come from the town that has the beads, where every single bead has a third eye. So I thought, I asked Romeo and I asked Jasmine, and I didn't have, it's a surprise gift that Sophia is here. I says, why don't we inaugurate today? Because it's Women's History Month. Why don't we inaugurate the last Sunday of Women's History Month by making history together, by supporting all of humanity through supporting these girls? And so what we've done is we'll create, through Ancient Secrets Foundation, we'll create a way that anyone, also we can send digital tracks, that beautiful digital track that Romeo created, some things that I think, Gary, we can talk about supporting with Wisdom of the World. And everyone on this, Romeo talked about how we're all pieces of a puzzle. I believe you're listening on this call for a reason. And together we can do something so powerful to change the lives of these girls and to change this life on this planet, to become more conscious, more interconnected, the male and the female, in a conscious conversation instead of a power thing or a diet, whatever it is. So this is the surprise that I'm so excited about today. And it doesn't matter what faith, what background, what caste, what culture, what creed, I think all of us can agree in our hearts that this is something worthy of our love, worthy of our time, worthy of our efforts, and we can brainstorm together what we can do as part of the Ancient Secrets community to support in this way. So Romeo, from my heart to your heart, Jasmine, from my heart to your heart, Sophia, from my heart to your heart, thank you. Thank you for doing what you're doing. And we are here. We love you and we're with you. Actually, let's give them a blast of, let's put our hands together. This is from all over the planet. People from literally all over the planet. We're rubbing our hands together and we're sending you so much love, Jasmine, Sophia, Romeo. Let's see if I can, yeah. And if everyone can just unmute for a moment and just say, I love you and I'm with you.
I love you and I'm with you.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
I love you and I'm with
I'm with
you.
you.
Love you and I'm
With
with
you and I'm with
I'm
you.
with
I love
you.
you and I'm with
Much love.
you. Love
with
you.
Love you and I'm with you.
you. With you.
I have to say hello to Romeo. Hello, Romeo.
Hello, Gary.
Good,
Thank
good to
you.
see you, brother. I'm going to see. I told you Clint was amazing and what he was doing.
Yes. So my dream is that every household has a bead, a mala bead with this bodhicitta mala, because the energy of this mala, this bead, is to remind you that every single one of you actually have a third eye. Look for consciousness. It's there. That's what Buddha taught us.
Fantastic.
But to do that, you have to close your physical eye. You have to develop the eyes in your heart. So the senses in your heart, when your heart starts feeling, actually it has been proven scientifically that in heart math, that heart knows what's happening way before the mind. So if we human beings learn to listen to our heart, then you will realize these beads are reminding you that every single one of you have a third eye. And thank you so much. It is compassion like this, is supporting each other like this, that will transform our human race. And thank you.
So beautiful, Romeo. So beautiful. I want to say to Jasmine, if you could put Jasmine on just for a moment as well.
Jas,
Yeah. We want to make sure that.
She's so excited she's gone to the loo.
Okay, we'll bring her on in a moment. Sangeeta, who is also from Nepal and she lives in England right now as a nurse, is on the call. Sangeeta, I can see you have something you want to share.
Namaste.
Thank you.
So much for supporting me.
Beautiful. So first of all, just real quick, Sangeeta, Jasmine, you are creating a movement. You know, the past is the past. Whatever happened in the past, and Sophia, whatever has happened in all of our collective past, why don't we leave that behind us now? You know, and by
yes, let's start a new life.
Yeah.
New consciousness.
A rebirth of sorts. And Jasmine, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for speaking on that day in such a way that the ripples have literally gone through the whole planet Earth. This message and this possibility that the same situation doesn't have to happen to other little girls that happened to you, and that there's purpose and there's meaning in your path beyond probably what any of us will ever realize in this lifetime. And I know I'm speaking English and you speak mostly Nepali, but from heart to heart, thank you. I love you and I'm with you.
And thank you so much, everyone. Namaste.
So there we create magic on Mother's Day.
Beautiful. Well, Sangeeta,
we can just change one. I think you know, she has this great dream. I know the pain. If I'm supported, I will go and help other girls who are in pain. And
Yes.
It's not much. It's just, I think it is birthright of every human being to have a stomach full of food and a roof overhead. Yeah. This is the whole thing that we have to, as a race, learn. No birds ever polluted the sky, nor any fish pollute the ocean. It is only humans that has abused and polluted this planet. Why? Greed. Simple reason of greed. So I think as a whole race, we got to learn how to override this individual judgmental, opinionated point of view and understand that we are really a collective. We all belong together. And for that, in the Rinpoche world, we do go through retreats where almost you go into isolation for almost 8 years, 7 years, 7 months, 7 days, 7 minutes, almost 8 years, where you almost forget you are a human. You start becoming like a blade of grass. But when you come out of that retreat and meet another human being who is just like you, who has eyes just like you, the love and the connection cannot be described. So really, what separates us is our individual mind and individual karma. And if you can override our karmic self and look deep inside, every single one of you, there's a divine being. There's a pure being, pure light, pure energy. How can we bring that out? And thanks to Clint, we need bodhisattvas like him.
Well,
And
I want
all
to
of
say,
you have such a good energy. Thank you.
one of the beings of pure light has raised her hand and she wants to speak in this space. And Sangeeta, so full of pure light, according to me, so full of pure innocence and beauty and power and possibility. She herself has raised so much money for the orphan kids. And I'm not saying orphan kids anymore, for our kids. Yeah, I keep having to remember that. For our kids. And now, Sophie, so Sangeeta, what is in your heart as you're watching this and anything you want to share?
I'm just out of words, but thank you so much. I'm so happy to be on this call today. And thank you to Romeo, thank you to Jasmine and Sophia and Dr. Clint, everybody. And somehow, within this conversation, what I felt in my heart is, I know I've mentioned to Dr. Clint about opening a market for the organic ghee, and it's still in my mind and heart to do that, but somehow things have not happened. But I trust that is going to manifest sometime. But in the meantime, while the conversation about the beach is coming up, I really feel in my heart that if there is a way that we could buy the beads, and I'm happy to sell it in the market, I want to start a market. And if that is of something that I could do, yeah, that is what I feel in my heart at the moment. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sangeeta. Yes, it is my dream to get this bead in every home. Share reason to remind them that we are all conscious beings. Just live like conscious beings.
Also, Renara has some idea too.
Yeah, each of us, we can sell them in every country. We will do it. And we will do that. Yeah.
So in combination with the Ancient Secrets Foundation, we're working with Romeo to find a way that we can get these into every country. Now, transportation is tricky, and we don't want people to have to wait for the beads to get to their home before they start supporting these girls. And so we have some special tracks, including this beautiful one that we couldn't quite play today. Maybe there's a reason for it, because now you can have a extra bonus. And so maybe Cornelia, could you put the link for Ancient Secrets Foundation? And we're gonna call this, Romeo, what's a good name for this? Project Love? Project Romeo Love? Project Jasmine Love?
Feminine.
Divine Feminine? Divine Feminine Love. Goddess Love.
Goddess love, yeah.
Goddess love.
Okay, good. I think we landed on a good one. Project
I would
Love.
love every single woman to realize that they are a goddess beyond their karmic self.
Beautiful.
And it is the goddesses that's going to save this planet. That's where the second book, Goddess of the Celestial Gallery, came from.
Yeah. Well, we have so many of those goddesses with us on this call. And so we'll call this Project Goddess Love. Now, for everyone who makes a donation of any amount, just let love guide you through ancientsecretsfoundation.org. The very first gift we'll give you is this track of Romeo sharing. It's an audio track sharing, who are you? And it helps anchor you in this divine feminine. The second gift we'll give you is a special track, a special recording with Dr. Naram. Oh my goodness. We have a really special guest coming on right now, Romeo. Okay, let's see. Mom, are you there?
These women were sold into prostitution when they were younger, and this guy helped them get out.
Oh, just one second here. We got some other sound coming on here. Okay, go ahead, Mom.
I have a question. Since
Yeah,
I know that I am a divine, and I wondered if, because it looks like those beads that Romeo gave you are an awful lot of beads. Can we take them apart and just give one to everybody?
Oh, she's so sweet. This is a true mom. She wants to share with everyone her beads. Beautiful. That's so lovely. I also knew my mom, Romeo, when I asked for one bead, but he wanted to give me the whole thing. So I definitely am going to give you all of these, Mom, and what you do with it can be with your love.
There with all those other people that can take those beads back into their own countries.
Yeah.
Just ask.
But Mom, the idea is to get as many malas as there out there.
We'll have multiple options. Some people will have it where people can get a single bead, or where people can get a full mala. And that was really beautiful. Between being with Romeo and Jasmine and coming here, I had the honor of going to Jodhpur and being hosted at the palace by the Prince and Princess of Jodhpur. And they're so amazing people. I met them when I was knighted in Rome. And I was able to give them the very first malas as well. And it was beautiful because even the Prince of Jodhpur, he said he was wanting a mala with 108 beads so he could do his own mantras. He's been looking for the right one, and he had no idea that such a special one would come into his hands and be given in this way. So many people like to have them because you can do, if you're Catholic, you can do the rosary. If you have a mantra, you can do the mantras. And if you just want a single bead, also, Mom, very good idea. Let's create that possibility. Because she's my mom, I want to make it happen. Okay. Beautiful. Mom, I don't know if, Mom, you can come on the video again. I know there's a lot of people happening, lots of things happening. Can you come on the video just for one more moment? Let's see if she's possible, Mom. There we go. Oh, you're muted still. Let's see here. We'll have you unmute real quick, Mom. Can you unmute?
I've got Sela here.
Oh.
Too.
Hey, Sela. Talk about goddess energy. Wow. We're so blessed with the divine feminine.
It's
Mom.
so beautiful, Clint, to see this. My mom was my religion, and I can see your mom is your religion.
Well, I want to say she said something so powerful too. She realizes she is divine. Yes. And how powerful to have a mom know that and embedded not only into me, but my 7 brothers and sisters, all the grandkids, one of whom you see there in this video. And what if we can do something on this planet for, not everyone was that lucky to have a mother like that. Not everyone was lucky to have a grandmother like that. But we can all collectively love in this way that everyone on the planet can feel that love. And this is one thing we can do. This is one easy thing we can do. So again, Ancient Secrets Foundation, if you make a donation of any amount, we'll start by sending you the track. And then we'll also keep you updated about how you can get a single bead, how you can get a mala with 108 beads, or how you can also get a whole bunch in your country. Where then, like for Sangeeta, this beautiful request, for Nara, this beautiful request, that you can also help support in your country. So Romeo, Jasmine, Sophia, Sangeeta, my mom, my niece, so beautiful.
And before I go, the magic of the beads that is now at the present is I have been chanting Om Tara, Tutara, Ture Swaha in every single mala, representing the goddess energy, so that the divine feminine goes out. So every mala that is going out while I'm here has been charged with the mantra of Om Tara, Tutara, Ture Swaha. That's what I've been spending all day. Spending this energy, hoping that the world will understand, the human race will understand that we need to respect our divine feminine, the source where we all came from. Without that, we cannot understand inner peace. Thank you so much for every one of you, especially Clint, and it's just, it's overwhelming.
Your video went off just briefly, Romeo, but I want to say thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Gary Malkin, for introducing me. Thank you for this beautiful divine meeting that happened in an unexpected way, in which we're able to do something that we know will matter. And we know will matter in a really powerful way. As far as the Ancient Secrets Foundation, 100% of the donation will go to these girls. No administrative costs will be taken, only whatever bank fees happen. But in this way, we can really make a difference and know that what we give from our hearts will help in a very powerful way. Help this Goddess Love Project, inaugurated today on Mothering Sunday.
May I say something, Clint?
Absolutely.
Hi, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Joey is helping me with my torn shoulder rotator cuff, so that's why I have no shirt on right now.
Oh, wow, Gary, that's special.
Gary, you look sexy.
Now all the goddesses want to come and see even more. We're gonna have a lot of people on next call, Gary, if you keep showing up like this.
Oh my God, I'm so modest, you know. So
first Mike Smith and now you. I don't know what's happening.
I know. I just have to say that when Romeo called me out of the blue, it was 2010. We were launching Wisdom Films, and I told you the story, Clint, that out of the blue, he said, you know, he found out about me and you're doing something really amazing, and how can I help you? And he just offered, you know, here's Sting's phone number and this person's phone number, and I just went, who is this person? You know, and I started Googling him because I thought this can't be real. Romeo has been one of the most extraordinary friends and blessings in my life for now 12 years. And I knew that if you were going to be in Kathmandu at the same moment, and as he was, I just thought there was going to be magic that would happen. So I'm just so thrilled that I could be the connector to you two. And I'm delighted, Romeo, to hear you and hear your wisdom. And thank you for the beauty that all of you are exhibiting from this grand and beautiful and divine connection. I love you, and I'm with you.
Thank you, Gary. You are a New Yorker. You'll always be a New Yorker, man.
What did you say?
I said, you are a New Yorker. You'll always be a New Yorker.
He always makes fun of how busy I am all the time. Anyway, go ahead, Clint.
I was just going to say that it's an important point too. You know, Romeo in one of his books, Goddesses of the Celestial Gallery, has so much celebrity support. And I know, Gary, you're so connected, and also I'm connected. Many people on this call, we're connected to also influencers who can help support this project. So there's many ways you can support. You know, just one of them is making sure that you have at least one bead or one mala in your home that has that special blessing from Romeo, from Jasmine, from these girls, this energy, this goddess love. The other thing is, if you know anyone who would like to be helping us, that we can send as a gift and send them notification about this project. You know, I have a feeling that this, literally, you'll be happy you were part of this meeting today, because you'll start seeing it on, you'll hear it on the tongues of people that you've seen in movies. You know, Hollywood stars and Bollywood stars. You'll see people wearing these malas with pride. You'll see people holding the bead in their hand or in their heart, or having it in necklaces around them with love. And so I'm really excited about what's possible. And as we do it with love, even if we, again, if we only help one or we only support one, again, I'm using the word help, but if we only support one in this beautiful way, it helps all of us. And so thank you, Gary. Thank you, Romeo. Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you, Sophia. What I'd like to do is this. I'd like to create a little break where we can hear Saraswati sing. Again, Saraswati is one of the most profound, beautiful singers, well-known singers in all of Nepal. And I think, Jasmine, Jaina, you said I heard a wait from you. So
yes. Well, I know Roma Rishi has been wanting to say hello.
Oh, good.
To
Yes.
his friend.
Please.
Yes.
We're definitely not saying goodbye to Romeo yet. Yeah.
Sorry, may I show my book that I understand now that is Romeo?
Look, Romeo, Ana Cardena from Portugal has your book in her home. And now you're meeting the artist.
Yes.
Yes.
Is in Portuguese, Deusas da Galeria Celestial. It is open in my room. And now when he told about the name of the book, I said, this is the book that I have in my room. And I went there. I'm so happy. Thank you. And pleased to meet you, Romeo. I really, it's open in my room. It's in my altar.
So beautiful. Thank you for sharing
that. Book was created to remind all the women of the world that it is the goddesses that's going to save this planet. So the message of that book was time for thousands of goddesses to manifest to end all sufferings in the illusion.
I'll pay you for 2 if you want. And
when I saw so much suffering, I went in search of Mother Earth. This is why I came across some of the most powerful women in all walks of life, from fashion to modeling, to movies, to music. I met most of them. But when I became very close to them, I suddenly realized each of them had their own individual karma. So then I visualized 1,000 most powerful women coming together to making one voice. And that's the end paper of that book. 1,000 most powerful women coming together to create a rainbow Tara.
Anna, can you open up to the last page so we can see the last page of the 1,000?
It's very big.
Wow.
It's very big.
End paper.
You have the very last page. So and go to the very end paper, the very end.
Oh, the front paper.
Good. Yeah, you can skip to the end part.
No.
One more page. One more page. Very end. There we go. Good. Is this the right one page, Romeo?
I can't see the video.
Okay.
She asked me.
Beautiful. So the main concept is this, that all of us also have masculine and feminine energy inside of us. And so honoring both in coordination, in honor, in conversation is a beautiful thing. Roma Rishi and Tara. Tara, so good to see you here. And Roma Rishi, please.
Good to see you.
Sure.
Good, Romeo. Yes.
It's so good. It's so good to see you. Hello, Romeo, our spiritual brother.
Hey.
Yeah, hello, Sophie.
Hey, Sophie.
Oh, it's so good to see you. Yes, we send love to your 4 daughters also. But
Thank you
our heart,
so much.
Our heart is
She
just
deserves all the
overflowing.
things where the girls are concerned.
No,
Our heart
joined. It was the two together.
Yeah, our heart is overflowing. We're celebrating with you and with all the people that you have brought to Mumbai. It's a truly historic event. Never before in the history of the world have so many people from so many countries gathered together to dive deep into the ancient secrets of the Siddha Veda lineage. This has never happened before in the history of the world. It's truly momentous. And the way Tara and I see it is, all of you who have read the book know that Dr. Naram said, I have not come to teach you, I have come to love you, and love will teach you. Everything that is happening in Mumbai, in the phenomena of the book, Ancient Secrets of a Master Healer, it's all the flow of love. Everything we're witnessing, everything we're hearing from Romio, it's the flow of love that is transforming this world. And so we're celebrating here. We love you, Romeo. And we're so ecstatic that Gary Malkin introduced you to Clint, because you and Clint are two of our favorite people on this planet, and we love both of you dearly. So thank you, Gary Malkin, for bringing together Clint Rogers and Romio Shrestha. And so much good is going to come from this. And we really can support so many women who are goddesses, and they can realize their goddess nature
and awaken the inherent divine goddess and God in all human beings, men and women. Yes.
Exactly.
Thank you, Rishi. I love you and I'm with you.
Thank you, Gary.
Well, every encounter in life is a karmic reunion. So thank you for every one of us. I think we do have to bring the consciousness of respecting our divine feminine. It is time to transform lust to love. It is time to respect our divine mothers. Thank you. Thank you for everyone for all the support. And I think we human race, though prostitution was the oldest profession known to mankind, hopefully that will disappear and dissolve, because every woman is an embodiment of the Divine Mother. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Romeo. So speaking of the embodiment of Divine Mother, Divine Feminine, Roma Rishi mentioned the first time in the history of the planet that these Siddha Veda secrets are being taught to practitioners in this way. And I'd say probably 90% of the people here are women. And it makes me so happy. I know Dr. Ram would be so happy too. And some of them are right here, right now. And I just want you to hear just briefly from each of them, their experience so far. So over here we have Arshia. Arshia, don't try and hide. Arshia, originally from Iran, speaks Farsi, is actually one of the people that's helping move forward the Farsi book. It was so fun. Yesterday we had a big training on pulse. And today we're in the clinic actually practicing. And Arshia, you had a magic moment. Can you share what happened today? Please come a little closer and speak a little louder, because
Namaskaram. The intention, me and Ilaria talked to each other and hugged each other and said, what is the intention today? And we said to receive the blessing for us and everyone, to be healed and to be able to heal others, to do the seva. And instead of being nervous and not knowing what's going on, let's go from a space of love. And what happened during doing the pulse, one of the pulse, as soon as I put my hand, I feel the water, and then I feel two pulse going on at the same time on water.
Yeah. So she was feeling this woman's wrist, and in the area of the finger, which is known for vata or wind energy, she felt two pulses. And please.
And Dr. Ronak was standing there. So I asked Dr. Ronak, I'm feeling two pulses on water. Why is that? And he looked at me and said, do you feel that? I said, yes, I feel that energy. There are two. And we didn't learn about this. And he said that she's pregnant.
She's pregnant. She felt the pregnant pulse. And what a great day on Mothering Sunday. She discovered this pulse. So then this woman, she must have had her pulse taken by all 40 of the people here, because then everyone wanted to feel, what does the pulse feel like of someone who has a life inside of her? And literally there's two pulses, and there's a whole science to understanding even if it's a boy or a girl, you know. And so many of the people here understood, oh, this is the pulse when there's life inside of this beautiful woman. Amazing, Arshia.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mothering Sunday. Beautiful. Now Rochelle is here from Bettendorf, Iowa. Yeah. When I first met Rochelle and she came for a pulse consultation at my house in Utah, my mom's house in Utah, I says, what do you want? She says, I want to be a radiator of love. So perfect.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. So Romeo, this radiator of love is now adding to her toolbox these ancient secrets, learning pulse. Tomorrow we go to the forest, the jungle, speaking about Mother Earth. And we're going to look at what does Mother Earth provide us? Which herbs are the help us to reduce our blood pressure when we need to, help us balance our cholesterol, help us with everything, diabetes or headaches or whatever. And any experience you want to share, Rochelle, from being here in the training?
Well, yesterday we spent the entire day learning all of these different techniques. And so when Clint was asking us, what did we want today? I was thinking, you know, from my head, I was trying to think of what did I want to learn from working with the people here today and serving the people here today to determine what they want. So we sink down into our hearts and we put the white box in front of our forehead and came through, I just want to radiate love. It was just so powerful. And it didn't matter if I knew how to do pulses or not. It was all about love.
Yeah. This is so powerful because whether anyone on this call listening live or to the recording, whether you know how to read pulse or not, whether that's part of your calling in this life or not, it doesn't stop you from loving. And according to Dr. Naram, love is the greatest healer.
Yes.
And love
So true.
is this power that can help transform us into our best self. So thank you, Rochelle, for embodying that and living that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Keep radiating love. That
Keep
is the
radiating
magic.
love. Yeah. Now we have Andrea for Humanity back here. My first time meeting her in person. So I just want to say it is, you think she's lovely in Zoom, just wait till you meet her in person. It's such a lovely thing. What has been your experience, Andrea?
Well, it's been tremendous blessing. First, let me say namaskar, everyone. So happy to be here. It's a true dream come true. I had the great fortune of connecting. That's what I requested, to connect with every person I sat down with to read their pulse. And it was even facilitated because we sat in Dr. Naram's actual office at his desk and by his chair. I couldn't have dreamed this any better. I couldn't have written it any better. And so I come away feeling I connected with more humanity, but across the ocean. So thank you, Dr. Naram, Baba Ram Das, Jivaka, Buddha, my Heavenly Father. I can't wait to meet the rest of you in person.
And she had, when last night at the dinner table, I recorded a little Facebook Live. I was sitting with her and with Mahar, who's from Qatar, and she literally listed off like 20 miracles that led her here, including at a certain point, she just couldn't, you know, sometimes we think we can't afford something, but she just knew she needed it. It was in her heart. And that same day when she needed financing, a friend called her who says, you know, I owe you money for something. She's like, you don't owe me money. She's like, no, you did something for me 20 years ago. And for whatever reason, today, I feel like I need to repay you for that thing. It's like a miracle. So we're in a spirit of abundance, Roma Rishi, in which the divine feminine, learning these powerful ancient secrets to help heal ourselves and heal the world, for not helping, but empowering us all, is happening through Andrea and all these powerful women. So now Renara, yeah! A lot of you have heard her channel her divine music, and she's done it from her home in France, and she's helped translate the book. She's been on the translation team of the book, translating the book into Russian, and now we've got to have her, hold her in our arms and hug her like crazy. And today I went for a walk with her when she was just transmuting some emotion, and so much beautiful things are happening in this space. And Rana, you want to share your experience of the training so far?
Probably
First of all, I really thankful to God and very grateful to my intuition to listen that, to hear that, and to come here. Because what I'm experiencing at 1000%, at 1000%, it is doing. So I invite all of you guys to just go everywhere and take the pulse as much as possible. And you will see that just be confident to yourself. And what absolutely was amazing for me today, that suddenly during the pulse clinic and really to be in connection with each person, I just realized that, yeah, there is the pulse technique, but there is something beyond of that. And it is possible only from heart to heart. And when intention is pure and you are really present and you really want to connect with the person unconditionally, and it is coming from somewhere, but just this movement of the pulse, like a basis, help you to go beyond of that. So that was mine, probably more strong experience.
Wow. So beautiful. As Renara is speaking, I'm just thinking about how interesting we've been living on this planet for the last period of time, in which basically people are trying to not touch each other. You know, we're trying to stay 6 feet away and maybe not even make eye contact. You know, like we're wearing masks and all kinds of stuff. And then here in this ancient science, this ancient secrets of a master healer, there's a holy touch in which the pulse reveals, and it's the pulse that it reveals so much about the body, the mind, and the emotions. And then the heart, through that holy touch, goes beyond. And I don't even think it's an accident that Romeo is on this call right now, because his first book that he wrote, he showed me when I was in his home. And it's about the ancient art of, I don't know if you have it with you, but that's also a good book. Oh yeah, here it is, beautiful. It's the Tibetan Art of Healing. And if you see the pictures on the front, it's all people taking the pulse. This was his first book that he illustrated. And it's about pulse healers, and Tibetan healers have a very similar system to Siddha Veda. Yeah, there you can see, there they are. This is some of his first book. Yeah, it's amazing. Beautiful. So thank you, Renara. Now we need Sissy. Oh, wait, is that your phone? Okay, good. Okay, so good. So now this powerful woman has traveled all the way from Germany, and I don't know how to say, it's so beautiful to watch her as she's in this moment of holy touch. You know, we're talking about getting rid of or helping raise consciousness so prostitution isn't even a consideration, you know? That is a form of touch. And in a starvation for connection, sometimes we do things that are less than conscious. But here in this moment of holy touch, it's so beautiful to watch Sissy, just so she gets so present, like Dr. Naram. Her eyes close, her head tilts, and she's so fully with that person. And I want to hear your experience in the training so far.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Dr. Clint. Thank you so much back home for everyone who supported us with their prayers and meditation to make it happen. We're so grateful to each one of you. You know, as Dr. Naram would say, that he is a midwife. And we are truly so blessed to be part of that, you know, to be part of that midwifeness of his, to be here to help mothers celebrate a divinity today and yesterday, since we arrived here literally, and share our love, you know, Dr. Naram's light of love and feminine divinity. And yeah, I just want to celebrate every female. I just want to celebrate every life. I want to celebrate all living being as Mother Divinity has brought them to this planet, that I am part of them, and I want to walk that journey, that path with them. I'm so grateful to each one of you. Thank you.
Beautiful. Where are you from originally?
South Africa.
Originally from South Africa, living in Germany now. What is the name of your mother?
Joyce.
Jonas. What is the name of your mother, Andrea?
Yvonne.
Yvonne. What's the name of your mother, Arshia?
Parveen.
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 And we know Parveen. She's amazing. What's the name of your mother?
Joanne.
Joanne. I don't know where. Okay. And Vinay, what's the name of your mother? Pravina. Wow. Obviously, you know my mom's name. She's here. Romeo, what's the name of your mother? Let's see if you can unmute yourself here.
Lakshmi.
Lakshmi. So beautiful. So for anyone who wants to join in this mission, just either send us an email, make a contribution of any amount, and we'll make sure that you start by getting that track, and then we'll be in touch with you about how to get these beads. I want everyone in the chat, please put the name of your mother. And Saraswati, if you can be queued up to sing a song, a blessing, and Romeo, maybe you could share some blessing for all of our mothers. And then as they're doing this, be thinking, what's one powerful lesson you learned from your mother? And for those that want to stay and go into the breakout room, you can discuss what are some of the divine lessons we have learned from our mothers, and what's some lesson we've learned from the divine feminine. Romeo, before we go to Saraswati, any other final words you want to share? And everyone, please put the name of your mother in. Oh, I'm reading these. Patricia, your mother's name is Patricia. Cornelia, Roswitha, Elena, Gabriela, NK, Pat, Maripat, Martha. Judy Lamar's mother's name is Mary. Afsena's name is Ashraf. Roma Rishi, also Mary. Wait, is it the same mother? No, I'm just teasing. Chris Caswell, Charlene, Barbara, Christine, Jane, Alice Elizabeth, Raven, Terrace, Nushrat, Mumtaz, Evie, Evelina. Oh my goodness, Bill McKenna's on the call, also Mary. So beautiful. Leonore, my mother's name is Ottilie. Ralph, Martha. I just want in this moment, we bring in all the love from these mothers, these divine mothers, whether in their bodies or not, and also all the love we feel for them. And the cocoon, this catalyst of love that we can use in our hearts to empower not only these girls, but ourselves to more consciousness on this planet. Romeo, any final words from you? Not final words, but some words
My
now.
mother was my religion. And one thing we consciously have to realize is when a woman becomes a mother, she transforms. And very often I tell new mothers, welcome to the University of Unconditional Love. When you become a mother, you learn to love selflessly. You are willing to give up your life to protect your offspring. You can see, even in the animal kingdom, a totally perfectly gentle female dog will be biting when it becomes a mother. She becomes fierce to protect her offspring. So to be a mother is the closest you can be to God for me, because you do learn the quality of unconditional love. Thank you, Clint. So being a mother, I bow down to all the mothers in the world, especially on this Mother's Day, that if it was not for you, we would not be here.
So well said. So beautiful. I see some other people that were there with us in Nepal on this call. I see the Walsh family. I'm so glad that you're here. And I am looking at as Romeo was speaking, I was scrolling through all of your faces that have your videos on right now and just feeling this blast of love. And so now, as you're thinking about this gift of being a mother, this gift of having a mother, Saraswati, we want to have one more beautiful song from you. Yeah, let's spotlight you here if we can.
Naram
Thank you, Doctor. Okay, I have prepared a mantra. So we are all talking about here today. It's a Mother's Day. So I want to dedicate this mantra to all of your mothers. And we have a saying that our first guru is our mother, right? So dedicating our first guru. So I'm singing this guru mantra. Is that okay? So
that is better than okay. That's perfect. That's so beautiful.
Yeah, I'm tuning it.
Wow. What a feast of love today. Thank you so much, Saraswati. Saraswati,
Full
as
of
we
love.
were
I get so much energy here. Oh my God. My dream came true. Talking with all of you, listening all of your story and sharing of love, energy. I feel so much. Oh my God. I'm feeling so many goosebumps, It's like another level of energy I'm feeling. Thank you so much, everyone. Much love, everyone. Thank you.
So beautiful. We're at this ancient temple, and we're right in front of what they call the central deity, this golden gate. Right when our group was there, all of a sudden Saraswati walked up, one of the most famous singers in Nepal, and in that space sang us one of these beautiful mantras. And then to be on this call today as we inaugurate this beautiful project is such a gift, such a miracle. So thank you so much, Saraswati. And thank you for singing that blessing and prayer for all of our mothers that we put in this chat. As I'm scrolling through all the names, I'm just so touched. And so my heart is melting just from reading these names of your mothers. It gives me a deeper sense of love for you. So now we're going to go into breakout rooms for those who want to. And I want you to have a chance to share what's one of the most powerful things that you learned from your mother. And really, if you can get it set up so maybe there's 5 or 6 people in a breakout room, anywhere from 3 to 6 people in a breakout room. Before we go, Gary, Malkin, I also want to honor your amazing mother, Pearl Malkin. She gave us the gift of Gary. And I hope to have her on another call sometime soon, Gary.
98 years young.
98 years spunky and vibrant.
And she loves you. She recently was with Joey and she said, tell me, is what people say about Clint true? He said, what does people say about it? That he's a prophet? I said, he's a beloved soul that we love very much. Love you all and with you.
And
He
he's a
does
knight.
look like Jesus Christ, all right.
And also Clint is a knight.
Yeah, you can tell her that time. Next time she asks, you say he's actually a knight. Beautiful. Well, what I hope you all feel is that I'm your friend and a co-pilgrim on this journey of life, discovering deeper healing, discovering the divine within each of us. Romeo, so grateful you help awaken us even more to that space. Everyone who's on this call, thank you so much for being here. And for those that want to go into the breakout room now, I'm excited for you to be able to share and discover. But before that, let's put our hands together one more time. Not only for those people on this call, not only for the guests that joined us, but for all of those girls in Nepal that are going to be empowered through your love. I saw already Carol, I saw already Gail, I saw already who else donated, Janet. Thank you so much for your love. So Clarice, yeah, I love you and I'm with you. I love you.
Love you and I'm with you. Love you and I'm with you.
I love you and I'm with you. Love you and I'm with you.
Love you and I'm with you.
And I'm with you.
Love you, love
Love you and I'm with you.
you. You and I'm with you. Guys in India, I love you. Love you, love you, love you.
I love you and I'm with you.
Love you and I'm with you.
The first time I had behind my ear Andrea saying I love you to every single person, and it's even better in person.
Love you all. Can't wait to meet you all. Love you, Esther Francis.
Look, there's no button to mute her. It just keeps going. It just keeps going. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to stop.
Hello.
That's good. Well, let's never mute the divine feminine, especially in the expression of love. Let's keep that in mind. Okay, beautiful. So now let's go into, oh, thank you, Romeo. So now we'll go into breakout rooms. I love you, I'm with you. And we'll have another special call for anyone that's interested in Project Goddess Love. We'll set up another special call where we can look at how we can really make a difference in a meaningful way.
Fantastic. Thank you, Clint.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Cornelia, you got it set up for breakout rooms?
Yes, I am. So I can
Okay,
open
good.
up.
You can stop the recordings on Facebook and here. Good.